Hello Magic players, this is another one of my series of videos of my own decks. This deck is very special to me. This was my first Magic the Gathering deck. It's a zombie deck. At the time I had it like everyone else. I put the Undead Worship, the Lord of the Zombies, I don't remember the exact name. All that cards that give +1 or +2/+1 to every zombie we have. But what's the problem? They cost 3 or 4 of mana, so you need a lot of mana to play them. Then you have fewer and stronger creators, but it's not always good when you have that. You have a high cost to return them to the cemetery, put into play. It's a lot of inertia. So I decided to, within time, to modify it and to give more synergy between the cards. So I got this. This is very simple. I have cards with a lower cost of mana. I have 4, 4, 4, 12 cards with 1 mana cost, 4 and 4. I have 8 cards with 2 mana cost. I have just 3 of 3 mana cost. Then everything is here is an auxiliary. I will start with this. So I have 4 Festering Goblin. When Festering Goblin is put into a graveyard from play, target creator gets -1/-1. One to put in play. Another one is Maggot Carrier. When Maggot Carrier comes into play, each player loses 1 life. Then Carrion Feeder. It's in Portuguese, but I usually translate. It cannot block. Sacrifice a creator, put a counter +1/+1 in Carrion Feeder. With this I can sacrifice any creator that I own. Then the 2 cards with 2 to put into play. Shepherd Rot. With Shepherd Rot, every time I turn it, each player loses 1 of life for each zombie into play. I have 4. And Withered Wretch. Very good, this card. 2 to put into play, 2/2. Remove target card in a graveyard from the game. If I pay 1, I can pay it anytime, and a lot of times. Okay, any I want. So with the Wretch I can easily remove any card from the opponent's graveyard from the game. Then I have 3 Dead Baron. This is not from the standard collections, but I can easily modify the deck, and I will tell you later in the end of the video. I have 3 Dead Baron. So with that Baron, it's a zombie, and skeleton and zombie creators you control got +1/+1 and have Death Touch. This is very useful, the Death Touch the creators have. So with this one, every one of these 1/1 will be a 2/2 with Death Touch. Then I have this amazing card. This is Gem Palm Polluter. I have 4 of it, 4 copies. I don't care the cost of mana and power and defense. I just care about the cycling ability. It costs only 2 to cycle, and when you cycle Gem Palm Polluter, you may have target player lose 1 of life for each zombie into play. So I will cycling it, I will draw a card, and the opponent will lose life equal the number of zombies into play. Usually there is 3-4 zombies into play. Then I have 4 Skull Clamp. Later this card was banned, but I just kept the deck like it was before. It's a lot of fun to play with this deck. Skull Clamp, one to put into play, one to equip. Equipped creator got +1, -1. And when equipped creator is put into a graveyard, draw 2 cards. So if I equip any of these 1/1 zombies, they will go to the graveyard, but then I will draw 2 cards. I easily, 2 cards I will draw easily will be zombies like this and will go to play. I have 3 Oversoul Cemetery. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 4 or more creator cards in your graveyard, you may return target creator card from your graveyard to your hand. 2 to put into play, it's an enchantment. It's easy as this. It's easy to put 4 creators into my graveyard, and from then on I will every turn return one of that creators to my hand. Then I have 3 Grave Pack. This is in Portuguese. Enchantment, 4 to put into play. Every time a creator you control is put into a graveyard from the game, every opponent sacrifices 1 creator. I have only 3 because it costs 4 to put into play. It's the higher mana cost I have into this deck. And then I have these 2 instant that are sudden spoiling. It's from Time Spiral. It has the split second ability. So as long as this spell list is in stack, players can play spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. So if you play this, anyone cannot put more cards into the stack. Creator target player controls become 0, 2 and lose all abilities at the end of turn. So if my creators have that touch, I just can defend all of opponent creators, and playing this I will clean the table of my opponent. Or I just can play that and I can easily got 1 more turn to win the game. So synergy here is very simple. Because the zombies have a lower cost of mana, I have 12 zombies with 1 mana cost, 8 with 2. I can easily get 3, 4 or 5 zombies into play. If I turn this Shepherd Rot, every player will lose like 4 or 5 every time I turn it. If I cycle Gem Palm, I will also make my opponent to lose 4 or 5, like the number of zombies I have into play, and also draw a card. If I equip any of these creators and they go to the graveyard, I can draw 2 cards. With these 2 cards, it's easily to get more zombies to put into play. If I got 4 or more creator cards into my graveyard, it's easy to get that. I can return every turn another zombie from my graveyard to my hand. I can easily return the Gem Palm, so every turn I will be cycling the Gem Palm. Every time a creator I own goes to the cemetery, if I have the Grave Pack into play, the opponent will sacrifice also creator, but I have the advantage to return him to my hand every turn. So I keep always getting the advantage. And also I can draw 2 cards every time a creator goes to a cemetery. If it is equipped, my opponent just loses a creator. Okay, that's it. There is a lot of synergy here. One thing I can change here is to put this deck on the standard. At the time we need to replace 3 Dead Baron with 3 Rotlung Reanimator. My old watch is singing. And I can replace the Sudden Spoiling with 2 Smoother. That was I will do to make this standard. I don't have 3 Rotten right now, but I will, maybe one day I will replace it. So that's it. 21 lands and 60 cards. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.